Hello everyone, this is Jubilant Rich and I'm finally here with the answers to the questions for my 200 subscriber AMA. Basically I'm just going to go from bottom to top because of course the bottom's going to be the oldest and it would be a bit of an insult if I was to start with the most recent. But anyway, yeah, that aside. So, first off, we have Josh Havermeister. Thank you for your sub. And they ask, have you dabbled in Age of Sigmar? Thoughts on Age of Sigmar as opposed to 40k? I played like one little game of Age of Sigmar back whenever I was doing relief work for Games Workshop, and that was it was more of an intro game. I think I was using what was I using? I think I was probably using some sort of, it was probably Chaos because it was probably one of the starter sets. It was the first edition of Age of Sigmar. And of course the other guy, I'm pretty sure had some Stormcast Eternals. Basically I lost that game. I mean, I didn't really care. I mean okay, my actual thoughts on Age of Sigmar, I'll get to that, is basically that I like some of the models. I haven't looked at the most recent system too much. I mean, I downloaded the rules and then I started looking at it, and then I think a few pages in, I was just like, It's nothing against the game. It's just like trying to learn a whole new system, which I'm not all that interested in the first place. It's a bit daunting. I suppose if I had a bit more incentive to actually play Age of Sigmar, I'd probably actually, put more thought into it. But as it stands right now, I'm more into the 40k and of course kill teams side of things, to answer that. So, next question from Massive Crit. I'll actually say, Massive Crit, I've been watching some of your videos and I've liked what I've seen so far. So, yeah, keep it up, mate. Very soothing voice, I will say. So, yes, he asks, also, yes. Also, what are your ambitions going forward with your channel? Ambitions would be to grow bigger, basically. I thank you all for your help with that. Sorry, the help towards that, rather, because I'm not big yet. I'm just a small bean. Anyway, that aside, yeah. I basically, like I say, want to grow my channel. The actual things I want to actually do to help grow that would be, I think, more hobby content, because I've been getting more into the whole painting side of things lately. And I don't know if I want to do hobby tutorials per se, because I know that there's loads of those out there, so that market's pretty saturated. Plus I wouldn't exactly call myself any sort of guy who's qualified to teach people how to paint, being a novice myself. So yeah, I would like to do some hobby stuff, but it's more like just showing off my own hobby. And battle reports is another thing. I've actually been thinking about, I've mentioned Toby a fair few times, and I think you might have even caught a glimpse of him being a paint slave. I'm thinking of actually bringing him, I haven't even talked, I keep thinking about this, but I haven't actually mentioned to show him yet. So maybe this video will help me to remember to actually ask him at some point, if he doesn't watch this and, see himself. But I'm thinking of actually bringing him in, full on, because, like I say, I'm a small channel, and I think some of the bigger channels out there are big because they have more people giving different perspectives and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'll of course talk to Toby about this, but yeah, that's one of the big plans. Yeah, but the main focus will of course be kill team, because I have mentioned about getting into 40k. That is also another thing which I actually want to add to the channel. I don't know if it would be so much tactical insights or anything like that, because yeah, probably just more like my journey into building up an army. And maybe if, of course, I do get the battle reports rolling, I might even do some 40k battle reports. Although, the table sizes, like, I'd probably have to start with, like, 1,000 point games at first. The table, which I've got right now, it could probably allow for bigger games, but there'd be a bit of overhang with the boards and whatnot, you know, so I'm a bit scared of that sort of thing. But yes, massive crit. Again, thank you for your sub and thank you for your content. From Matt Brown. Hi mate, planning to go to any particular Kill Team events, tournaments in 2022. So far, I've been to the one little Warhammer World meetup, which I enjoyed and I've spoken about in one of my other videos. There is actually going to be another event in June, which is good because it gives me plenty of time to procrastinate and all that sort of thing. With that, because I'll of course have a full Wormblade Kill Team built up by then. I mean, I could just add to the stuff back there, but I also kind of wanted to start fresh with a different paint scheme with that. But yeah, meet up in June. As for actual tournaments, maybe, because the one which I went to, the LGT Kill Team, it was a good time. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself, and I think that Glass Half Dead Andy did a real good job of running that. So yeah. Pascal Leroux. I'm very surprised that this guy has actually subbed to me because I haven't spoken to him in so long. But yeah. Hey man, where does one even start to dip their toe into Warhammer? I almost suggested just going into one of the Warhammer stores and just sort of, letting the staff handle you, but then I thought to myself, But no, I think your best bet would be there's a lot of resources online to show you like the rules. I mean, the rules for 40k, for example, are freely available online, I believe. As for where I was actually looking for them the other day, and I couldn't remember where they generally where they are, or like if it's on the Warhammer community website or not, or whatever. But yeah, that's sorry, I'm rambling. Yeah, one example, just to sort of like look at the resources online, get an idea of like the rules, and if they look like something that you can understand and actually get to grips with, then I'd say pick up maybe a box or two of models. Try out the cool rules. Don't get the cool rule book. Just like fill around with a few models. Just getting the basics down. Because 40k in itself, yeah, there's rules for how to play the game. But then if you're like doing matched play, there's a whole other ballpark of other stuff like, your secondary objectives and all that sort of shebang. So it basically snowballs into so much stuff that you need to know. I mean, that's why it's been sort of kind of putting me off even playing 40k myself, because I bought the core book whenever 9th launched, but it's now got I mean, there's just the whole seasonal thing. I like it I don't know, why would I like it? I don't know. I'm actually trying to think of why I like as for why I dislike it, I think it's probably because of points being I mean, is that a good thing for the game or not, points being shifted? Yes, I guess, because you hear about the boogeymen, and they just come smashing tournaments, and then as soon as, of course, Games Workshop does something about this, change the rules, and the people playing it are like, bah! And they just friggin' hate it, and I get so. But the people who like play the small fry factions like me, who play Gene Stealer, of course, who I don't know if they're small fry now, but they have been in the past. And being able to actually compete against these big dogs whenever they do get these nerfs is kind of like, I feel like I'm actually going way away from your question there, Pascal. Sorry. But yeah, like I say, online resources, and I suppose if you dare, just go into Warhammer store play it to... Actually, yeah, that'd probably be a better idea than even picking up the friggin' models, but you'll probably end up leaving me with them anyway. Yeah, just go in there, play a tutorial game or something, and then, you know, that would be my advice. Ah, Massive Crit again. You cheeky bugger, you. What is your proudest moment in the hobby, and what is your most towering? I'd say... That's a real tough question because, like, I've never really been especially proud of anything that happened apart from maybe, oh yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go with this. It's a very small thing, but Toby, my most regular opponent, whenever we were playing, I probably actually said about this story already, but whenever we were playing the first edition of Kill Team, it was basically beating him with Tyranids against his, he was running all Berserkers. Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever actually played Tyranids against somebody, because before then it was Sadhammer, because, yeah. And, yeah, whenever I won that game, I was like, yeah, awesome, beat Toby. Makes a change. As for the most towering, fudge. Probably back whenever I was playing in Belfast, in the store there. I think, because back then whenever you had like the game night and that, you'd have multiple people around, you'd maybe have like a unit or two character or something, and then you'd have control of that and take part in the full force, you know. And I think I basically just had my leader just not really doing much of anything, and like they basically like, what why didn't you just use him? And I was just like, even though it wasn't literally what sort of happened, I was like, I just kind of forgot he was there really. And since then they just never ever let me ever lead any of the armies ever again in a game night. So yeah, I'd say that was probably the most towering. Michael Pipe, congrats on 200 subscribers, thank you very much. Are there any other Kill Team like tabletop games you play or are interested in? Necromunda. And when I say play, I mean I would like to play it if I actually had some people around the area who were interested, but unfortunately I don't. So yeah, sorry about that. Joe Gore. Hopefully not too late to this, just found your channel this morning. I'm a 40k player, Eldar and Space Wolves. Interested in playing some Kill Team, what's your advice on the best way to start? Well, oh god, the starter set that they brought out like recently, that is such good value that I would say pick it up. You know, I mean, it's what, 65 was it? Was it 65? I can't remember. Anyway, it's quite, I have to say it's quite affordable. And, well, depending on the situation, don't want to make any assumptions. But yeah, and it's a, you know, you're getting like just a little bit less than you did in Noctarius. So, you know, and, you know, again, it's a pretty tasty price tag on it. So that would be my best advice to start. But if you don't like either the Krieg or the Commandos, then your best bet would of course be to pick up the core book, the compendium as well, because it will at least have, you know, some sort of kill team for every single faction available. And you can probably find online any of the White Dwarf teams that have been published, you know, to date. You know, not that I encourage piracy or anything, but at the end of the day, you know, if you can't get a hold of something because, you know, it's gone, how are you going to get it? But yeah, so, but yeah, I believe that would be all of the questions, and yeah, so again, I thank you all for your questions, guys. I thank you all for your subs. Since hitting 200, we're now at 220. Yay! So we've actually increased by 10%. Quite happy about that. So once we hit the 300 mark, it's going to be the same old thing again. I'll sit here and answer 5 questions. But yeah, I thank you all for the subs. I thank you all for viewing. I mean, it means a lot to me. I mean, like, this is a small channel, right? But to get to 220 subscribers, still, it pleases me, and I really can't thank you all enough. I mean, I've got content creators sub to me, content creators asking me questions. I want more content creators making Kill Team content. Just like Glass Half Dead said, you know, the more that we show an interest in this game, the more likely it will live for years to come, and you know, and then there'll be more editions, hopefully better editions, you know. I mean, I'm not saying this edition's bad, but you know, there's always room for improvement. And I would look forward to another edition of Kill Team back, you know, forward into whenever they do, I don't know, 11th edition, 40k or whatever. And then we finally see, I don't know, a nice Hood or whatever, Kill Team or whatever other races we've been waiting decades for. Well, okay, I guess maybe a decade or so. Well, in some cases decades, but yeah. Again, thank you all. To those who are creating content, keep at it. To those who are watching my content and watching theirs, keep at it. And I wish you all in these troubling times a very good day. Goodbye. Oh, I'm glad I didn't click the stop there, because I'd also like to say, like, subscribe, leave some comments, and of course, do share this video around, you know. I mean, like I say, I want to grow. So if, of course, you know, don't be greedy. Don't enjoy this content for yourself. Get it out there, you know. Show those other guys, you know, this crazy character sitting there talking about fucking Kill Team. But yeah, anyway, thank you all. Have a good day.